Logging into sponestop.com, you will see the list customer page. You can search for customers from here, or you can add a new customer from here. So let's add a new customer. The first thing you'll do is select the funding source. Is this in-house, or is this going to be financed through financial security? Let's do financial security for this one. Then you put in the information about the customer. Then you need to put in the monthly income. So let's say they make $3,000 a month, and the social security number is also required. Now I'm ready to run credit. Since the funding source is financial security, it will run it through financial security system. If I had in-house selected, it would allow me to select the bureau and run the credit through my own bureau. That requires that you set up an account with one of the 3 bureau companies and also an account with Heart Software to link that all together. And then we can integrate that through the portal. So right now I'm going to run this for Jonathan Q. Consumer, and let's see if he passes. Oh, something's required. The sales rep. I forgot to tell who the sales rep is. So now let's hit run credit. It wants me to sign first, saying that I authorize for this. So actually it's the customer that signs it. So let's hit continue. After I do that, I hit continue. Credit not approved. Status successfully checked credit. So it successfully checked the credit, but he was not approved. I guess he did not have a good enough credit score. And then it puts his financial account number right here. 123 was his account number with financial security. So I can go ahead and close that down. And then down here, you got to make sure when you're done running a credit, or whether it passes or fails, if you want it to stay in the system, you have to hit finish. That's going to create the customer and take me to his account. So there it goes. It took me to his account. This first page is just kind of like the page where I ran the credit with a few changes. But then I have all these tabs along the top here. So now that I've already run the credit, let's put in the next thing. Let's say I get from the customer their verbal password or phrase. So let's say that was lucky. And the credit score, I could put that in if I want to. Any other information on here. And then I'm going to hit either save to save and stay on this page, or save and next to save and go to the next tab. So let's hit save and next. And now I'm on the miscellaneous info tab. From here, I can come and select a technician. Let's say that this is Tyrone Biggums. And the funding source is financial security. The central station is security partners. Now I would tell it the contract length. Let's say this is a 60-month contract. And let's say the install fee was $99.99, whatever you want to do. Are you adding the protection plan on this, where you're going to give the customer a protection plan? Let's say yes. Save and next. Now from here, I'm going to put in the billing information. Now this is going to show up on the contract. And if this was an in-house customer, I could integrate my merchant account so long as it's through the NMI gateway, and I could do one-time charges or create subscriptions. However, if this is a financial security customer, which this is, all you can do is the one-time charge for your equipment, things like that, or an install fee or any of that. So you can do the one-time charge. That has to be integrated with NMI. So if you have an NMI account, we can integrate that. Now I tell it the RMR. Let's say this is a $49.99 a month. And then I put the information, like the name on the account. Then I tell it if it's monthly. I tell it if it's coming out of checking, or if it's a personal business account. Save or save and next. Now on this page, I do the emergency contacts. After I put in a couple of contacts, I can go ahead and hit save or save and next. This page doesn't need a lot of explanation. It's just the emergency contacts. Now I'm on the panel type. Let's say that this is a 2 gig Go control panel. Monitor type. Let's say that this was alarm.com basic interactive, or I could come down here to the AlarmNet plans if it's an AlarmNet, or I could scroll down and say if this is SecureNet, then I can select one of the SecureNet ones, or if it's POTS 2A or POTS Digital, that means it's through the landline. But for this one, let's say it's basic interactive through alarm.com. The ADC means alarm.com. Now I can go ahead and save it. Now I'm ready to assign a CSID. If you've done your setup correctly, then it'll know to pull the next CSID based on the information that you set up. So I'm going to assign CSID. And as you can see, it placed in the CSID as well as the receiver phone number because I set everything up correctly. Now the technician on the job will put in the serial number, or the last 10 digits of the ADC number in this case, because it's alarm.com. And then I'm going to select Modify Add-ons. Let's say that we're adding Z-Wave lights, locks, and thermostats to the account. And let's say I could also do two-way voice or any of these if I wanted to, but I'm just going to do these three for this one. So I hit Save. And there, it's added those three on there. Now I'm ready to create the account in alarm.com. So if I click Create in alarm.com, it will create it, register it, and give me back the alarm.com customer ID right here for future use. I'm not going to create this because this is just a fake account. But then I'm ready to go Save and Next. On here, the equipment list, now I'm going to do some inventory tracking. Under the inventory menu, I've already set this up so that there's inventory in the technician's inventory. So now I tell it, okay, this is coming out of Rick's car. So Rick's the technician, so it's coming out of his car. This shows me what he has on hand. It looks like all he has is 5 2-gig panels as far as 2-gig stuff. It's filtering out all the stuff that he doesn't have in stock. So I can uncheck Display in Stock Items Only to show all of his equipment, even if it's not in stock. So here it's showing all this stuff. Let's say... it's got all this stuff. So the target quantity, this is where the sales rep can put in what he offered. But over here, the new quantity, this is where the technician puts what he installed. So let's say we installed 1 2-gig panel, 1 Verizon cell unit. Let's say we installed 4 door sensors and a glass break. And now I can come down here and hit Save. And it will move it out of the technician's inventory into the customer's inventory. Notice how that went to -4, -1, 5, and -1. Next page is zones. If you've created the account using sponestop.com, it saved the alarm.com number in sponestop.com. So all you have to do is click Get Zones after you've done it. So you have to be finished with the install. You have to have sent alarm signals and they have to have been received at Central Station for this to work. But you can click Get Zones and it will go connect to the control panel and fill in your zone list for you here. So rather than having to type in front door, back door, garage door, whatever you wanted to do, you don't need to do any of that because it will put it in here for you. So it'll save you some time and effort. Then if I hit Save, it's going to tell me over to the right whether or not it's been received at Central Station. You'll notice it says not verified in red letters. That means Central Station has not received the alarms for Central Station account number AA0012. That was the CSID we put in. And for that account, it has not received the signal for zones 1, 2, and 3, so they're not verified. If it has received them, it would say in green letters, verified with a time and date. So that's how you check alarm history. There's another way you can check alarm history. You go to the Signals tab, and if I click the display, it will show me all of the alarm history for that account. There is none because this is just a dummy account number that isn't real. Also, if I want to place that account in test, I would say let's put it in test for 60 minutes. Click the Place in Test button, and then it's on test for the next 60 minutes. So you can place accounts in test, display alarm history, and then also you can place an account in service. This has a little bit of a delay on it, but if I were to click request activation right now, it would take all the customer information, the emergency contacts, the zone list, everything that's needed to activate the account with Central Station and get it monitored. It will send that in an email over to Security Partners and say, please get this done. And then as soon as they have a second, Security Partners data entry team will go ahead and put that in, and then the account's being monitored. You don't have to go put it in yourself. And that's how you use just the basic stuff. But then there's the e-signature. Now this is important. I'm going to go back to the customer search page. I'm going to search for that customer. There it is, Jonathan Consumer. All the way over here to the right, you'll notice there's either a green check mark or a red X. In the future, this won't show red X or green check mark. It'll just show a picture of a document. But you click on that, and that takes you to the signature page. So now I'm ready for the e-signature. There are 3 documents that you have to sign for financial security. There's the contract, the financial agreement, and the revolving credit agreement. Now first it's telling me if it's ready for e-signature. It tells me if the CSID is there, the customer name, the address, the phone, the email, etc., etc. Everything says in green letters ready. That means we're ready to rock and roll here. If anything said not ready, then I got to go back and finish my data entry. Since it's ready, I'll go to the next tab, which is the contract. Now it first has me sign sales rep. It says sign here sales rep. So I'm going to sign right now. And then I'm going to scroll down. Now I hand the tablet or iPad or whatever over to the customer, and the customer scrolls down, and the customer signs. Then the customer scrolls down some more, and the customer signs again. Customer scrolls all the way to the bottom, and when they click finish, it's going to create the contract, email a copy to the dealer company owner, email a copy over to financial security, and a copy to the customer so that everybody has their copy of the contract. And then you're done with that. After that, you'll go to the next tab, which is the financial agreement. Once again, the sales rep signs first. He hands it over to the customer. Customer, sign here customer. So the customer signs. Scrolls down, customer, or now the sales rep signs again. So the sales rep signs twice on this one. And then finish, and it would send that document just the same, one to the customer, one to the company owner, and one to financial security. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the revolving credit agreement. Customer signs first, scrolls down, customer signs again, customer signs a third time. Doesn't look like the sales rep signs at all in this one. It's just the customer the fourth time. Scroll down, hits finish, and it sends the copies to all the recipients. Now you're done with all the paperwork. You don't have to do a paper contract. You do everything from right here. And once that's done, and you've done everything, then financial security can go ahead and fund you. And that's how you use sponestop.com on a daily basis.